the system from a whole lot of people. Trust me.
There it is, man. There it is. Let's move on. Let's keep the West Coast hip hop. I got an email from the STEM Radio this morning. He says, I was listening to an interview with Cube, and he said back in the day, CIA would do dirty party raps like Dirty Bobby Jimmy. He said Lonzo put it out, and it was a bootleg called Dirty Raps or something like that. He found that song on YouTube, Lonzo, and he asked if you could elaborate on that a little bit more.
Dude, it's a few things. I called up CJ Mack. I'm trying to get on their show so I can just refute some of this stuff. But I'm going to tell y'all, since y'all said they kick them on a regular basis, I'm going to let y'all know what happened on that. First of all, I want y'all to understand, I'm older than everybody. I'm a grown-ass man when I'm doing doodles. I'm a grown-ass man when I'm doing Eve After Dark. I got a kid already. I got people coming to Eve After Dark. And by the time I got to doodles, I got people dropping their kids off. Because at doodles, because it was so much bigger, and it was in Compton versus LA County. Eve After Dark was in LA County. Although Eve allowed him in at 15, I kept it 18, and it was on my discretion if I let somebody in 16 or 17. I preferred Eve After Dark to look more like Soul Train as opposed to Romper Room, okay, or Nickelodeon. When I got to Doodles is huge. Doodles held like 2,000 people. And Compton let you have youngsters in a venue like teen venue at 12 years old. So I got people's kids coming to my events. Kids, people's children, okay? I got Compton PD as my security. People are entrusted me, Lonzo Williams, to look out for their kids from 8 until 1 o'clock in the morning. Why 12 years old are out of 12 at 1 o'clock in the morning? I don't know, but it's my job to look out for them. At Doodles, this is the same. Cube just spoke on the same scenario that they used on Straight Outta Compton, and even Cube don't know why I reacted the way I did. At Doodles, I got 3, at any given time, I got 3 off-duty Compton PDs working for me. My cousin, Philip Bailey, Reggie Wright Sr., yes, Reggie Wright Sr., not Junior, the daddy, and Lieutenant Elvis, and sometimes these guys would rotate out, depending. Henry Taylor, the former chief of police, various guys that would switch out. I always had 3 cops, 2 to 3 cops on duty at all times. And even if they wasn't working, sometimes they would just come by and hang out. Lieutenant Elvis, Dallas Elvis, was one of the guys that worked on my detail. Cool white dude, big, tall motherfucker, look like Elvis for real. Okay, cool white dude, black hair and shit. So me and him was real cool. The motherfucker had a crush on my girlfriend. He's all right, man, she sure is fine. Get the fuck out of this bullshit. Anyway, me and him was talking, having a conversation. I don't know what happened, but I had to go take care of something, whatever the case may be. When I walked back in the room, folks was, hey, well, yeah, it was all fired up and shit, right? And all of a sudden, it's the same dude I just had a conversation with, made a beeline, cut straight to me. Lonzo, I can arrest you right now. For what? For contributing to the delinquency of a minor. How the hell you figure that? Well, they had just got through doing them goddamn dirty raps. So the people that I'm hiring, the police that I'm hiring, go to sweat me because they did these fucking dirty raps. Now, I go to Dre, I get on Dre's ass behind the shit because he don't know, he don't give a shit. So when you a grown-ass man, and by the time I got to do those, I was about 26, 27, and I got these people's kids I'm responsible for. It's a simple fact of responsibility. It's the difference between Uncle Jam's Army and World Class and Wrecking Crew, simply because I was trained to have responsibility for my people. I couldn't let anything just happen in my venues, especially when I got the police looking at my ass the whole goddamn time. So I got on Dre's ass. I had to apologize to the police, got on Dre's ass, told them they couldn't do that shit no more. Although the shit was successful, it was received well, I still couldn't let them do that shit under my label, not Crew Cut, because Crew Cut just did Lovers, Surgery, Juice, and some other shit. So how do I just put this shit on crew cut? Now, when they got to Eazy, that's a whole different thing. They're all the same age. They all trying something, and the shit started to work. From Lonzo at 27, 28 years old to have these kids doing some nasty rap shit, all they mamas would be on my ass. All they mamas would be on their ass. And let's go to part two. When Cube and them came to me talking about they wanted to have criminals in action, dude, I know your mama. Your mama ain't coming to kicking my ass. How I got a 15-year-old son doing criminals in action. He ain't no damn criminal. Y'all got to understand, this is the 80s. Shit ain't like it is right. This was 40 years ago when parents still come out and check a motherfucker. Okay? When the teacher said something at school back then, the parent took the teacher's side. They didn't go begging on the teacher because the kid did something wrong. They kicked the kid's ass, and it was a whole different world. If you were responsible for people's kids, dude, you had to be responsible. That's what that responsibility, having a sense of responsibility, has been the key to my longevity. No, I don't do eating everything for money. I can't, because I know better, and that's the fucking difference. When you know better, you do better. I can't support certain shit because I know damn well I know better. If Jeff D, my dad, any of these people saw me doing that shit, man, I got to answer to them people. Man, there's certain shit I couldn't let go down to Eve after dark because I had a sense of responsibility. That's like right now. You can't let your kids do any old damn thing at your house, especially if some shit you may do at your house that you know if your dad or your mom came in the house, your kids better not do. Okay? You know that. Some shit, your mama better not hear your kids say certain things because certain things were not acceptable. At that time, gangster rap was not heard of. Dirty rap was only for grown folks. And to have some kids do a dirty rap in front of all these kids was a strict fucking no-no. It could have got me arrested. And damn sure, I couldn't have Bernice's son, Bernice Jackson, doing criminals with action. Not her 15-year-old son, who ain't no criminal. And she know where I live at too. Man, fuck that. I ain't doing that. I'm sorry, Doc. And that's what people got to realize. Everybody's mama knew what the fuck I lived in the hood. I lived in the same place for damn near 40 years. I know his mama's friends, okay? They're a little older than me, but I still know that circle. If Lonzo, the leader of this shit, start letting these kids do this right here, they're gonna have a field day on my ass. Certain shit I just can't do. It may have gotten past with Jerry Heller. Certain shit Lonzo couldn't do because they know damn well I know that fool live at. I'm gonna go by and check his ass right now, and I'm gonna leave it like that.